The Olight Arkfeld Ultra. Let's check it out. Light is your #1 security tool, and it's something that I carry in my pocket for EDC every day. There's a ton of different times I use flashlights during the day and especially in the evening or at night. Today we're going to take a look at one of my favorite designs. Now this is the Arkfeld Ultra, but the original Arkfeld and Arkfeld Pro really changed the game, mainly because it's a flat flashlight. But it also has multiple functions. We have a 1400 lumen light, we have UV, and we have a green laser. But there's been a lot of upgrades to this over the original Pro. So we're going to take a look at it, see if this might be right for you. Guys, it's definitely an upgrade over the original, but those original Arkfelds are still excellent lights. Now, Olight offers a 10% discount using Suit00 with the affiliate link down below in the description. Guys, I have been a huge fan of Olight now for over 12 years. I carry one every day in my pocket. Lifetime warranty, and these are just excellent lights. The Olight Arkfeld Ultra. This is the 4th edition in the upgrades to the Arkfeld. And the Arkfeld has been my #1 favorite light, especially the Arkfeld Pro. And we're going to compare it to a couple of those lights in a minute, but there have been some upgrades to this flashlight. Now first off, we have just white light. Then we take our toggle and we can move it and we have a green laser. And then we have UV. And we'll get into a little bit more of the details in some of the mode settings. Olight upped this to 1400 lumens, which is the highest lumen setting on the Arkfeld line. But they've also redesigned the body, and you can see where they have these cuts all along here and on the other side. Just allows you to get to that toggle a little bit easier. It's just nice styling. And then you can see these line serrations right here, which they're very almost unobtrusive, but you can feel the resistance when you grab it. So it's going to just kind of grip to your hand, especially in wet conditions or if it's slippery. And so that's just going to hold up really well. Really deep pocket clip, and it's two-way, so you can actually put this on the ball of your cap or you can use it just in your pocket, and again, it is deep carry. It has a black bezel, and of course we have our 2 different light settings, and of course your cool white with your white, and then we have UV. And while this doesn't have a crenulated bezel, you can grab this and use this as a self-defense option. Lights are used probably more than anything else for that kind of purpose, and it's great to have a flashlight. You can carry them almost anywhere. Now, it does have a gold anodized finish, which is a little bit different from some of the Olight flashlights, but one of the big things is they've upgraded the aluminum to a very strong material. This is less out to get dented or ding or to scratch. And so it's one of the upgrades they've made also with this Ultra. There's also a battery indicator back here, and to see it I'm going to need to turn my lights off, but here you can see it show up, and it's for 100%, 75%, 50, and down to 25%. And of course this light, triple click, and it gets that 1400 lumens. I mean, it is incredibly bright. Also with each light you do get an Olight Challenge coin. This is made from brass, and it's just a really nice touch. And of course this comes with the O-Knife series knives, but it's nice to see them come with the flashlight as well. Now the original Arkfeld was a little bit smaller, and it had different kind of texturing on it. The lumen count was just 1000 lumens, and then it had either a green laser or UV. And so this one has the UV setting, but the original was just a green laser. We're going to talk about some reasons why those are very useful in a lot of ways. but it doesn't really add to the flashlight. And it's one of the things with the 3 settings that really sets this way above any of the competition. Now with the Arkfeld Pro, this was the one that really tripped my trigger, and this went up to 1300 lumens. And so we had a very bright light, and it upped it about 30% over the original. But again, the laser was increased and the UV. But again, with the Ultra, you have 1400 lumens, but the laser is a 5 milliwatt laser and the UV is 900 milliwatts, and it's the same with the new Ultra. And they're roughly about the same size, considering that the original Arkfeld is smaller. And guys, to be honest, when this first came out a little bit larger, I was concerned because I really liked the way the Arkfeld felt in my pocket. But once I got the Pro model, man, it just rides really well, that flat design, and of course you're getting that with the Ultra. It makes this just a perfect pocket carry. And so instead of having that round cylindrical, feel in your pocket, this just gets really flat and really easy to carry. And the Arkfeld Pro was such a favorite of mine that when Olight got in touch with me and wanted to do a collaboration, I chose the Arkfeld Pro, and this is the Such edition. And this has, the body is titanium and it has a stonewash finish on it. Of course, the gold accents. But I'm telling you guys, this is such a pleasure to take in your pocket, and this is what I carry 99% of the time. Now let's get into some of the details. We're on the light setting. We're going to just press and hold, and we go to the 1 lumen. I mean, it is very faint, but this is great if all the lights are off and you need just a little bit of light. Press again, and we have the 15 lumens. Press again, we have 100. Press again, 420. And then to get to the turbo setting. Now traditionally, you could just double click, but now you get strobe with double click. To go to the turbo setting, just triple click. And so that gives you that 1400 lumens of light. And man, it is really bright. And it goes out to 103 meters in beam distance. So that's over a football field. So it gives you a nice throw on the light, and yet it has that really small size to it. But guys, really, putting this outside at night, I mean, it gives you a lot of brightness and it brightens up a general area. It's a very diffuse beam, so it doesn't just get this pinpoint. So it gives you a lot of flood to be able to see around your periphery and see what's around you. And for just a small little EDC light that you keep in your pocket, 1400 lumens really puts out a lot of light. But then you can go down to your lesser settings for different purposes. When you have it on the highest setting, the battery's going to drain faster. So you want to use those other settings unless you need that really bright setting. If you want to go to strobe, just double click and you're on strobe for a self-defense type situation. Then we have the green laser, and this is a very high intense laser, again 5 milliwatt, and so this is great for pointing. I mean, especially if you have something you're trying to show someone, you want to point the laser. What we use it for more than anything else is our pug. He loves to play with this, or if you have a cat, it's just a great pet toy. And it's something, again, that really doesn't take away from the light itself. But if you want light and laser, you just double click, and now we have light and laser, and so you just have those two features. And so really it has 4 separate features. And then you go to the UV, and UV is great for, first off, picking up body fluids. If you have a hotel room and you want to look around to make sure it's clean, this is a great way to be able to tell it. The UV is also good for finding pests in your garden, or spiders, different insects. They just show up at night when you shine it with the UV light. But they also identify bills over $20. Here you can see there is a strip that is fluorescent that's inside the $100, and it's different colors for the 50 and 20. But it's that pink ray like there, that little band. So that way you can check to make sure you're not getting counterfeit. Now it is magnetic on the back, and so you can actually put this to surfaces, metal surfaces, but also this is your charging port. So put your charger on there, plug this into any USB. To me, this is the easiest way to charge. You're not having to pull the battery out to charge it, and it makes it really easy. There's no ports to make this easy to get water into, and it's one of the things about this light. It's IPX7, so it is submersible for 1 meter for 30 minutes, and guys, it holds up. We have done a ton of different testing with lights. We did a torture test on the original Arkfeld and they just hold up. The beautiful thing is they do have a lifetime warranty if something does happen. It is electronics and sometimes things can go wrong, but one of the beautiful things about Olight is the way they set up their electronics to make sure that they continue to function. And with having that lifetime warranty, they definitely want to make sure it keeps functioning. First we have the moonlight setting. It's 1 lumen. It's not much. You can't really see a lot out at distance, but up close, great light. 15 lumens, and we're getting a lot more light. Putting it out there, you're still not really picking it up. I can see the light pretty decently. We're going to press and hold. We're going to go to our next setting. You can start to pick up some things, but I can see a lot more than this camera is picking up. Here we're getting some real light out there, and that tree line, you can barely see it, but it's about 30 yards off. And I can see detail pretty decently out there. Now we have the 1400 lumens, and it's bright. It shows this whole general area. Again, it's a very diffuse beam, and so it's going to give you light out there, but it's not a pinpoint beam, which just really brightens up a broad area. So it gives you plenty of light for most tasks that you're going to be looking for. And you can see the strobe. You know, it's really effective, and it gives you a lot in a self-defense situation. Well guys, to me the Arkfeld series is the perfect EDC light. It just fits in your pocket with that flat design. Of course you have multiple features which you're not going to get with anything else, but what I really like is that hard aluminum finish on it and this texturing. So while this is only 100 lumens more than the Arkfeld Pro, there are some pretty cool upgrades to it. And the price is $119.99 and you get 10% off using Suits00. With the standard Arkfeld Pro, I believe these run $99. And so you just have to decide if you want to jump up $20 more to get a few upgrades, or again, these are going to still be available. The perfect EDC light, I think the Arkfeld has checked off all the boxes. So guys, having a good quality flashlight is important for EDC. Again, it is your #1 security tool, but having that really flat design that fits really nice in your pocket and having 3 different modes to be able to utilize whatever you're dealing with, check out the Arkfeld Ultra. But again, the Arkfeld Pro and the standard Arkfeld are just excellent lights. The Ultra just takes it to the ultimate. And again, we'll have a link down below in the description. You get 10% off using Suits00. And we really appreciate Olight for sending the Arkfeld Ultra for this review. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America, long live the Republic. When the Arkfeld first came out, and I've got this thing upside down, whatever this is called an Ultra. Go Ultra. This is just a great time to pick, okay. The Pro model, and I'm running out of room here. Where's the room? Good gosh. I don't even know what I'm doing. Popular selling lights in history. In history.